widzowie, już jest. Już.
Right, well, those were some of the first goals of the year that came in the Copa del Rey in past seasons. The first one of 2025 was scored by Eric Garcia, who, as we said in the first half, is no longer a player who has only scored one goal for Barca. He now has a total of 2. He's doubled his number of goals. Other than that, guys, a good first half. I think better than what we could have hoped for, really.
Yeah, I think absolutely. Solid sort of first half. Everything went to plan. Organisation looked good. Pushing forward in numbers. I think we're playing quite high up. As you mentioned, kind of working up the wings, putting in those crosses like close to the goal, and I think it's paying off.
Yes, definitely. Hansi Flick did his homework, as he always does. We can see that there's a clear idea of what we have to do on the pitch. The Barbastro team, for now, is non-existent. They had only one shot on goal, which was not really dangerous at all. You can tell that this game has a good intensity, which is not always the case after Christmas break. So far so good.
I think that's one of the things that I've liked the most, that sometimes these games, the team from the lower tier can outplay you in terms of the energy, the intensity, the passion that they play with, and sometimes, well, they make it push forward and they can make it complicated for you. And Barca didn't allow them to do that. The game was played in one half, apart from that one opportunity that Szczesny saved. He did his job well. One save, one shot. Or one shot, one save, rather. The rest of the game was played in one half. Barca played fairly organised. At the beginning of the game, we did see the Barbastro players going in for challenges, going in hard for those 50-50 balls, but Barca just kept working, and it came with the crosses. It came with the set-piece opportunities, crosses into the box. Both goals were headers.
From the back as well, like they're controlling the pace, they're controlling the rhythm, that are able to then set up these crosses or these set pieces and win the set pieces. Pablo Torre is doing well. I'm you know, quite happily impressed, quite surprised. So yeah, I think, you know, Barca are just complete control. There's no kind of like chasing after the ball. I think they're dictating kind of how this game is unfolding.
The challenge now is to keep that going in the second half.
Yes, maybe add one goal so we can guess the score. I mean, I said 3-0 before the game, so let's hope for one more, maybe by Lewandowski. And well, we talked about the state of the pitch. So far, the more technical team, the better team in terms of quality, is doing really well.
Right, I want to ask you guys, and I want to ask the live chat as well, who was the best player of the first half? We're going to go with the two scorers. Eric Garcia doing a decent job as the holding midfielder, and of course the who scored the opener as well, first scorer of 2025. Robert Lewandowski, he's had a couple of chances, he scored as well, and I think we went with Pablo Torre as our third chance. I had to check the graphic there. I had to turn around and check the graphic. Pablo Torre, who was the one delivering the balls in. I also like Pedri as well.
Yeah, he's been playing a nice match. I'm going to go... I'm torn between Eric and Pablo Torre. Lewandowski is doing what he does. He's doing well. I'm going to Pablo Torre. I think he's been quite important in reaching this. So
yeah, why not? Let's go Pablo Torre. He really wants his match to be good. He doesn't get that many chances. And a small mention of Fermin Lopez.
Yes.
Who really energetic. He's
nice.
everywhere.
Halo,
He's
Papek.
trying really hard to make something happen. So
Czekaj,
really
podgłośnię cię.
Fermin.
Chłopie, ja mam live'a teraz.
Pablo Torre, neither of the scores they
No serio?
had both,
No wbijaj.
first halves, but I like
Ale
the
to
way
jest
Pablo
oglądania
Torre is playing.
piłki?
His deliveries
No.
have been spot on.
Nie.
We'll see more of
Dawaj.
that in the second half. Right, let's go to
Będziesz jako pierwszy
Barbastro.
na
Marek
tym
Brau,
live'ie.
give us your thoughts on the first half, and who do you think the best player was?
Czekaj, teraz nie mogę.
Nikogo nie ma.
Well, Robert, you give me the
Oprócz
three options: Eric Garcia, Lewandowski, and Pablo
Co?
Torre. And I have
Będziesz
to say that
pierwszy,
maybe for
oprócz
me,
mnie.
I must say Eric Garcia because when you are the first player to score a goal in a year for Barca, you
Ja
deserve
nie wiem,
also
czy
to
ja
be
w sumie.
the player of the match for the moment.
Dawaj,
But
będziesz pierwszy.
there's other players who deserve this. Maybe,
No i-
for example, one of these, it has to be Ronald Araujo after many,
Ale
many,
potrzebuję
many times
pomocy
without playing a game
na
with
serwerze, ale
Barca.
to później.
Almost
Kiedy
8
Jak
months
nie?
without playing a
Co się
single
stało,
game with
powiedz?
Barca.
No
He
dobra,
played very well in the first half, and also he
byłem w Nederze
the first
i
assist of
Pięknie spotkał.
the year in the 2025 to Eric Garcia to score the first goal.
Ale to
So we
potem
must say that for the
tutaj.
moment Barca is playing very well in the first half, doing exactly what the Hansi Flick said yesterday, that we have to be focused just for the first moment and the first second of the game.
Ja bo nie mogę znaleźć
Because as
tego
we explained
kanału.
during the first half here live in the last games, Barca
mi
suffered
gdzieś
just a little
to
bit in the first half of
wysyłałeś.
the Spanish Cup in the last 5 years. So for the moment we don't have many substitutions that maybe could be. We
Gdzie
have
ty
the
mi to
players just
wysyłałeś?
warming
Ale co?
behind me. Remember that on the bench we have many options for the second half.
Co?
No
And
swój
maybe we
kanał.
can have a debut because we have one of the youngest players that
To chyba ja w
has
ogóle nie
been
była
on
na
the
tej grupie.
squad
Gdzie
this
to
season.
było?
We are talking about Tony Fernandez, years old. He's one of the
Nie
best
wiem.
Barca athletic players this
Na
season.
tytunie
Weź
He
mi
also,
wyślij link.
has a
Weź
colleague
mi
here,
wyślij link
Fernandez,
do
who was
swojego
also
kanału.
in the squad in many games, but for the moment he didn't have the debut with Barca. But for the moment we have in the bench right now we two goalkeepers, Iñaki Peña and Ander Estrada, and then we have Kubarsi, Balde, Gabi, and Ansu and Casado, the 5 players first team. So we have Sergio Dominguez and we have Tony Fernandez. Remember that Sergio Dominguez made his debut against Monaco in the Champions League game in September, but maybe it could be a good day also to see another young talent of La Masia. Tony Fernandez, only 16 years old. Maybe he can have some minutes in the second half. For the moment, we don't have the players just on the pitch, so the first players are starting to go in. For the moment, I have to say that the call is control. It's control. I have
ja ci to
here the
prześlę.
scarf, I have the gloves. No, Uriel, you don't have
Okej.
Gdzie
because
mój
I have
nick?
here my
Mój
option, but
nick.
maybe I can show how is this place.
Mój nick
So,
ci prześlę, dobra?
well, for example,
Ale
I
ja
want
wiem
to
jak
show
ty masz
you
nick.
No
how
dawaj, wchodź na
is
niego.
the score 0-2, 45 minutes. So it's like we are in other football, isn't it? It's like very different. And the locker rooms are just
Dawaj.
in this house. This that is here is the place where
Dobra.
where the locker rooms are. So it's very strange in the stadium, but I like it. It's like real football. So we have to go the connection back to you guys because the players are just inside the pitch. And for the moment, I don't see any substitutions on Barca's side. So let's go to the position and we will go with the second half, guys.
Right, thank you, Mark. Let's see if during the second half you can give us a view of where Spencer Siegel is. Maybe you can give us that. Right, before the second half starts, we have a lot of people watching this show from home today.
Kurde, ja
Thank
idę
you
grać
to
na
all of
narty.
you, and we have a lot of people watching the game here in the studio with us. Who do we have? For example, let's start with Giuliano Belletti. Hello, Giuliano. We also have Grisi. Say hi, Grisi. Grisi, bringing us good luck once again, watching in the background there. Did you have a good Christmas? That's it. We also have the Barca
Ej, co ty robiłeś 7
120th
godzin
anniversary
temu?
poster. Watching in the background there.
Co ty robiłeś
Round of
7
applause for the
godzin temu?
poster. And we have a football signed by Javier Saviola. But the football's not watching the game, so. You also have me, Robert Van Ecker. You also have Jamie Coles.
Nie, to nie to.
You also have the Tio, who's here for some reason still. I mean, the Tio,
He should be back off
he
the
did what he
by
had to
now.
do. Did what he had to do in December, but still here, hanging around.
Dobra.
We have Adrian Bielkowski. And we also have the artificial intelligence.
Here.
Quite a crowd. Do we have Kat with us as well today? I don't know if we have Kat. Can't remember. And of course we have our lovely camera crew as well. Carlos in the background there, he was operating this camera.
Kogo tu nie
We
ma i
have-
tak to... Dziękuję.
There we go.